Hi, I'm Bill from CJ Pony Parts. Exhaust is without a doubt one of the most popular modifications people make to their vehicles. Now, if you follow our YouTube channel, you know we do a lot of exhaust videos to give you as many options as possible. Now, exhaust is definitely a hot topic on the new 2017 Raptor. We've shown you several systems already. Well, today we're going to add another system to the mix, the Ford Performance by Borla Sport Catback. Ford Performance once again teamed up with Borla to produce this stainless steel exhaust system which will fit your 2017 Raptor. This is a complete catback exhaust system that includes a resonator and a Sport Series muffler and includes your option of tips. It's going to come with either a carbon fiber tip, a black tip, or a polished tip. For this installation with a lift or a jack and jack stands, 3/8 ratchet, 10mm socket, 13mm socket, 15mm socket, short extension, and an exhaust hanger removal tool. Before we begin the installation, I want to mention these systems are designed for the Super Crew pickup truck, the factory four-door pickup truck. If you have a Super Cab, the extended cab version, you will have to buy a separate pipe for installation. Now, our truck already had an aftermarket exhaust on it, so we removed that prior to the installation. We'll begin the installation of our Borla by installing the resonator. Now what you want to do is you want to tighten the bolts on the resonator evenly. So you want to get somebody else to hold the pipe and keep it centered while you put the bolts in and tighten them down. We're going to start by tightening this clamp up just to hold everything in place. All right, now we're going to put a clamp over the resonator. You want to make sure the nut is facing to the outside of the pipe and down. Now we're going to put the mid pipes on. The mid pipe without the hanger goes towards the drive shaft. These will probably have to be adjusted later, so we're just going to snug them up for now. Now do the other pipe as well. We'll put the clamp on. Again, nut facing outside. Now in this case, you put the pipe up into place. You want to put it up in the hanger as well. Again, just snug them up. Install a set of clamps on the muffler assembly with the nuts facing down to the outside. To put this on, you're going to actually go over the axle first and then move forward. Again, a good idea to have some help for this part. Now we'll snug these clamps down as well. I'll start with the driver's side tailpipe. Put the crossover pipe into place. Make sure you put a clamp on it. And to get the rest of the tailpipe installed, we're going to remove this hanger to give us more room to work. I'm going to grab a clamp for the tailpipe, make sure you put it in a position where you can get to it. I'm going to reinstall the tailpipe hanger now, so we can put this up into place. Okay, now we can put the other hanger back into place. And again, we'll just snug the clamp up. Now we can start on the driver's side. We're going to start with the extension crossover pipe. Put the clamp on again at a spot, make sure you can get to it. We're going to grab the tailpipe, put the clamp on, get in a position where you can get to it. I'm going to start by putting it into the rear hanger here. Tailpipe connected, we can reinstall the hanger. And then you'll go back through, make any adjustments, tighten down all the clamps, and your installation's finished. All right, now let's see how the Ford Performance Sport sounds. Kind of what I expected, a similar sound to the Touring, a little more volume. Let's take it out on the road and see how it sounds. So as I expected, the Ford Racing Sport pretty much sounds like the Touring, more volume. That's pretty much typical Ford. It does seem like the pitch is a little bit different. I'll tell you this, though, like cruising speeds, like right now we're in the the dreaded drone zone, and like it's typical Borla, there's no drone, no worries about anything that at all. Tone does change when you get on it, though, for sure. If you're watching the video, you're probably hoping I'm going to say, you know what, this is the one. It sounds like a V8. No, it doesn't. It still sounds like a 6-cylinder because it's always going to. Like I've mentioned in other videos, the EcoBoost 3.5 has been out since 2011. If there was a way to make it sound like a V8, they would have figured it out by now. Most of these are going to give you that turbo 6 sound because that's what it is. I will say it does seem like the turbos are more pronounced with this system. I definitely hear them a lot more, especially with the windows down. Probably say out of all the systems we've done, this one, I think you hear the turbos the most, which I know the exhaust shouldn't make that much of a difference, but the free-flowing exhaust plus a little bit of the back pressure is going to make you hear the turbos differently on some of these different systems. And in this case, I think this one is probably the loudest, which I do like. On something like this, I like hearing the turbos. I like it on the EcoBoost. I like it on the Raptor. It's like it's a turbo vehicle. I want to hear the turbos when I'm driving it. Exhaust-wise, definitely louder than the Touring system. It's not the loudest one we put on the Raptor by any stretch. It's kind of going to be, I'd say, right in the middle with some of the other systems that we've done. If you're looking for a good system that can get a little louder when you want it to, but it's very tame for normal driving, the Ford Performance by Borla Sport's definitely a good choice.